Is the Disney dining plan worth it?
Oh, absolutely. We love the dining plan.
It's okay.
And we always get it every trip we go to Disney World. I think there's only a couple times we didn't do it, and I think we always ended up regretting it. So first of all, if you're unfamiliar with the dining plan, there's three options. There's the quick service,
The expensive plan,
there's what I'd call the regular dining plan,
the really expensive plan.
and then there's the deluxe dining plan.
My God, why are you paying that much money for food plan?
So if you are somebody who doesn't want to be scheduling meals and stuck at a sit down when you could be going on rides, you'd want to do the quick service dining plan.
Translation, actually having fun at your Disney vacation.
If you do want a table service or more, then you want to go with the regular dining plan or the deluxe dining plan. In this video, we're going to be talking about just the regular dining plan, which is the one table service, one quick service, and 2 snacks. Now, for 2018, you should know the prices are about $76 per adult per day and about $26 per child per day.
So practically, for a family of 3, that's per day.
Now, a good deal of our budget before we were DVC members always went to our hotel stays to stay on property. So the dining plan really helped relieve some of our budget worries because we were able to prepay for meals ahead of time, and we were able to take our young child to those more expensive meals like Chef Mickey's, which could be about $50 per adult per dinner. And so 2 adults in the party, before you're even adding in children, that's a $100 dinner, not to mention the tip.
That's right, the tip's not included. So it's not actually $178 a day. It's $178 plus whatever you have to spend on the tip. So think about it. If you go to some of the restaurants, you can easily spend $200 or $300 on a single meal. And if you have to pay a 20% tip, which is the recommended amount, now you're spending $40 or $60 for the actual tip, which sounds a lot like the amount of money you would spend if you went to a quick service or ate any other place at Disney World. So you're paying for the meals, which is the whole reason I agreed to do the dining plan.
So we have found that prepaying our meals has really helped with the budget, has helped us have a little bit more stress-free vacation. Now, there's also the 2 snacks you get per day. Those can be really helpful, especially when you've got a hungry kid as you're going through the park. And so one of the great things is you don't necessarily have to go get junk food or go buy a cheap banana.
One of the things I've noticed is that every time we go and use the dining plan, my son only wants to eat the cheap stuff. So here I am, I'm paying for a whole thing that lets him go and get anything he wants at the park. He can have the most expensive cupcake at Starbucks. He can go have an extravagant, pastry, that is in the shape of a Mickey Mouse. And what does he want? A banana or a bottle of water. It happens every single time.
With the snacks, you can also use it towards places like Starbucks in the park, which means you can go get coffee and get your much needed caffeine, because let's face it, you're exhausted. You're walking 10 plus miles in the park, you're staying up till midnight so that you and your kids can see everything because there's just so much to do there. So you have the option of, you can go over, get just not a small tall coffee, but you can get the venti or whatever that bigger size is. I know there's a bigger size.
And she should get the biggest coffee that she can. In fact, she should get the biggest thing of coffee that Starbucks can legally serve to a human being. Because, again, you are trying to spend as much money as possible because you put a lot of money into the dining plan. It's expensive. Get the big coffee.
So another great thing is, if you are not a coffee drinker and you get your caffeine through soda, is you also get a refillable mug with your resort stay.
Yay, soda cup. And you can keep them for a lifetime.
Now you might be saying 2 snack credits per day might be too much for you. It certainly is for my child, but don't worry. If you have snack credits left over on your last day of your stay, you can simply just go to your resort gift shop and pick up some snacks to take home. We've had, unfortunately, the boys never finished this bag and it's past its best by date. So my son had like 4 or 5 snack credits that he just didn't use, and we just picked out some snacks from the gift shop and brought them home with us, and the boys were able to enjoy little piece of Disney at home.
And we're still enjoying them 8 months later. Look, the snack credits sound like a great deal when you look at it on the menu, but in reality, you are running on that day frantically trying to use every snack credit you've got. So ultimately, you're going to grab a little bit of everything, and you don't really want them. And that's kind of the overall theme of the Disney dining plan. In the first day, it sounds like a really great idea, but as the days goes on, you actually get overwhelmed with food. I love food, okay? But even for me, it's too much. And on the last day, when you're packing your bags full of mountain mix, you kind of just wonder, was this the best choice? Ooh.
Now, another thing we really love about the dining plan is that it allows for some guilt-free ordering. You've already prepaid for your food, so you don't have to worry about how much the entree costs as you're looking at the menu.
Okay, that's not true, because you are worried about how much it costs because you're paying the tip. So again, you spend $300 on your meal. I hope it was a great meal because you're going to pay a $60 tip. It sounds like I'm complaining, but it's actually kind of goes against the idea of why you buy the dining plan. You buy the dining plan so that you don't have to worry about paying for your meals, so you can have a guilt-free meal. But when you're at the park, I find myself still going through and doing the math in my head and saying, well, this $30 steak is going to be a $6 tip, and you start adding it up. And it does add up. So at the end of the trip, you can still end up spending hundreds of dollars on top of what you paid for just in the tip.
You don't have to order the chicken, you can order the steak. And I'm that type of person. Normally I would go for the chicken, but on the dining plan I branch out and have dishes that I normally wouldn't have because they're on the more expensive side. Also, if you are a sweets person, you get to enjoy a dessert with every sit down.
And she means it. You are going to enjoy a dessert at every sit down. It's required. On the first day, that sounds like a really great thing, but at the end of your time at the park, you are eating a lot of food, and it starts to get to you. And this is, I swear to you, the only time in my life I've ever said I don't want a dessert was while we were eating at Disney World. You can actually be given so much food that it kind of gets a little sickening.
Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. If you like our video, remember to hit the like button. If you'd like to support our channel, hit the subscribe button. Really?
We spent money on it, we're using it.
Alright, little man, your part.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Visit us at edutainingkid.com for more Disney travel tips, reviews, and DIY.